we got invited to a big mega church. And PK had no religious upbringing, none at all. I'd never seen something like this in my life. I'm talking 20,000 people. And we went from the bar scene to the Bible scene overnight. So I called my mom, I said, Mom, I'm going to church, thinking she's gonna be pumped. And she said, in a very non-judgmental way, do they have a mass? She basically was saying, is it Catholic? Well, why would that matter, Mom? Well, they don't have the Eucharist. And she was like, I'm very happy for you that you're seeking Jesus. I just want you to have the fullness of the faith, the fullness of truth. Mom's letter, July 1999. Jesus left his church on earth. God does not do incomplete things. I was in a Protestant church about 5 years ago for a funeral, and it really hit me. They don't have the tabernacle. They have the Spirit of Jesus, but they don't have his real presence. You have been given special gifts, and it's your job to find out what the Lord wants you to do. If you want to know the truth, you need to spend some time with the Lord. But I had this thing. I was in Equinox in the MLM company, and it was full-time. It wasn't some part-time deal. And I went to lots of conferences where they had real dynamic speakers and personal development. So I had something in my head that made me very skeptical of this megachurch environment and of Christianity in general, because it reminded me of the environment I came from. Nothing wrong with being nice, but they were overly nice. And then they had testimonials, and that's how it was in the MLM. So I had these connection points that were like, man, how do I know this is real? Because Equinox wasn't real. I eventually decided I had to figure out which version of Christianity represented what Christ actually taught. So I started listening to debates because of my mom, and that's how I learned the Catholic faith. PK and I get married in 1999 outside the Catholic Church because, we were going to Fellowship Church. And that same time period, a show came out. For the first time in human history, a lady predicts and halves the stigmata. And it was on Fox, and 29 million people watched this. It was called Signs from God, Science Tests Faith. My mom recorded a VCR tape of it and sent it to me. So now it's like, this is supernatural evidence for Jesus. The problem is there was no book, there was no website. At that time, I didn't know to look up stigmatists. I just didn't know about it. So early 2000, I made a decision. I'm gonna go back to the Catholic Church.